G'day everyone! Today I'm going to show you how I program machine drums. And because that's the way I'm doing it on this album, which is Joviac's debut album. So, I'm going to show you my workflow. This is the nerd edition to all this vlog nonsense, but I like it, so let's go. So, this album has been first written in Logic Pro X to be precise, and that applies to the drums. A lot of the time I will use Logic's drummer. In this case, and in many cases, Jesse. There he is, Jesse, my man. Yeah. He comes with cool ideas, but a lot of the time Jesse will, because he's a robot, so I'll be like, Jesse, that I want you to I want, God damn it, Jesse, I want you to do this one solid. Just change this one thing for me, that one pattern. But Jesse will be like bleep bloop bloop bleep blop. And all right, so the communication is not there, but you have a lot of parameters even to follow, and the follow function you can choose which track it sort of tries to follow. A lot of the time it'll be great. A lot of the time it'll be complete another shit. But yeah, sometimes Jesse won't know exactly what I'm going for, but he'll have a cool groove going on. So then I can do this. Just drag it there. Now behold, lo and behold, it is a MIDI file with blocks, and it sounds like this. Yeah, so, yeah, that's what it sounds like. And the reason why I like doing it this way, because, well, Jesse comes up with some cool ideas, but also because drum programming is incredibly tedious. One rule of thumb that I think is good to follow is that two strikes on the same drum should never, two strikes next to each other should never be the same intensity. I think that's where, you know, the difference comes from. I mean, it sounds like a small thing, but if you have a cool beat, I think the thing that differentiates it from sounding like a drum machine and sounding as close as you can get to an actual human playing is that you take the time and program these hits to be slightly different intensity, as they would be with a normal human being. But Jesse's not a normal human being. He's much more than that. There's also Kyle. He's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll take that away because that's not part of my song. There we go. So here is the song that I'm working on currently. It sounds something like this. Yeah, that's the demo, right? So I like to flesh out my demos. That way the end result seems to be a little bit better every time. The more, you know, the more balls deep I go with the demos. Anyway, so if you export like this all into Pro Tools, it'll end up coming like weird. I tried it yesterday, and it makes a million tracks. I don't know, I'm not an expert, but so what I do is, because I demo and write music in Logic, but I like to make the final recordings in Pro Tools just because I understand how the buses work and everything, blah blah blah. It's workflow. That's the way I like to do it. So I make a new track, new external MIDI track, and highlight all of these. Go to beginning, and Command A so as to select all of them. Command C to copy. Let's make an empty MIDI region that is as long as the drums there. Go to the beginning, Command C. All right, so now we should have two that look the same. Yeah, all right, so now we can just export this as MIDI file, which is, this is a new song. It's, yeah, it's called Kasari Komone. Which means roughly translated as 80s style song 3 or 80s 3. But this is a song called Mind Over Matter, and I have one folder for these. It just makes it simpler. Yeah, so the MIDI file is now saved in there. I could quit Logic now, but I'm probably going to have to come back to this because this Logic file uses, of course, Logic's own drum kit, which looks like this. It's great, but I'm using another kit in Pro Tools, Superior Drummer, the Avatar New York kit, the one that it comes with. There's a slight difference in MIDI mapping, so some hits aren't the same. So I'm gonna have to probably come back here and check out. I'm gonna have to come back and check out what the original was, because I'm gonna have to do a little bit of tinkering. Do a little tinkering with. Do a little spin. All right. A little coffee. Adorable kitten mug. While we wait for Mr. Pro Tools. Wrong window. All right, so create new project. Mind over matter. I'm not averse to cliches. Anyway, so file type wave 24-bit, 44.1 kilohertz, blah blah blah. Location there. All right, and here we have the good old empty Pro Tools session. So we're gonna make one stereo instrument track, one stereo master fader, master beta. There we go. Let's make you medium. All right, and import MIDI. Import it from where we just put it. There, and it's gonna ask us new track. Now, you can put it on. Fuck. Which one? MIDI track. No, instrument track. Yeah. Location session start. Import tempo map. Blah 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 blah. All right. This there. I'm just gonna move it there because I think this imports like MIDI information that isn't true anymore. So what how? All right. So insert. I'm gonna put the Superior Drummer in there. Opens the UI so, and because more is more, I'm gonna put that all of them symbols in. Let's put one tom more in. There we go. So I'm gonna move that there. Out of that window over there. All right, so let's listen. Yeah, we have this problem now that we have this weird rim shot here. I mean, it's doing everything right, but that rim shot sounds like I don't know. It's like a flourish. Oh, oh, no, it's just unselected it. Great. All right. Now, careful now. Careful now. Yeah, that's it. All right, so now it sounds pretty it looks like it's pretty much there. But now, because it never truly is there that easily, there's always more stuff to tinker with. So I'm gonna tinker with now and come back to you in a while. Then I'll show you how to bounce from superior drummer. All right, just wait a minute. And we're back. So it's about an hour later or so. I've been tinkering around, and I've got the MIDI file here. I think it's now ready to be bounced into a multi-track session out of this. So, for example, you know, I don't have to rely on the mixer here or whatever. So, all right. First things first. Everything's in order. I go to the mixer, and I remove all bleed. And no, that's not a Meshuggah reference. I remove all bleed because it just makes life so much easier. I mean, if I were recording real drums into this, I would do my best to remove it anyway. So now we have, because we're working with a machine drummer here, we have the luxury of not having to deal with bleed. So bleed control, mute, 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 mute. I mute all the bleed until ambience. Ambience is, and that's the only one where I leave it. On the ambience close makes in the ambience close mics. All right, from New Zealand, Brit. I've been watching a lot of Flight of the Conchords, so now I'm talking with a New Zealand accent. No, I'm sorry for anyone who's from New Zealand. Anyway, where was I? Oh, right. I muted all the bleed, so everything comes through pretty pristine. Then go to bounce, check that it's in the session beginning. All bleed on, click that off. All right, then press R, and then you gotta listen to your song. All right, so now you gotta play it through. It's recording the samples. I'm not really sure how it exactly works, but that's the way it does it. So now it's yeah. Now we wait. And we're back. Okay, I ran out of actually capture space on my phone, which I'm using to capture this. So you got to see my face. Anyway, we're done. We listened to the song through while it was recording. So the samples are recorded. That's the amount. Well, all right. Anyway, so now we just click bounce. It'll ask where to. Crick. I'll make a new folder for them, something like mind over Durs no bleed. Oh shit. Superior drummer avatar set no bleed. Okay, so they'll go there. Now it's bouncing. All right, now it's bounced. Close that. And now we can import. So import audio. Mind over matter. Put them all in there. Done. Now I was gonna ask Oh my god. Okay, we just ran out of video. Alright. I'll just finish this just with the screen recording. Alright. So then we take I'll put it new tracks. Alright. Session start. Yep. Okay. Then it brings them here. Ain't that nice? Ain't that nice now? Alright, so I am a little bit anal in the sense that I like anal. No. Kick in. I have a certain order in which I like to keep my tracks. And this ain't certainly the right order. That is, and now I'll just put them in the correct order. Everyone has their own order, I think, but no one has this order. All right, so rack toms 1, 2, 3. Next is there. Then it's floor tom 1, 2. Hat, overhat, overhat. Yeah. Anyway, then just to wait. All right, so then we have the tracks. They should sound like this. All right, so not mixed in any way, right? Yeah, and that's what this looks like. The mix window looks like I can hide and I'll just hide and make inactive the instrument track so it won't take up any processing power or whatever. So then I'm going to import session data from a song called Halo that I already worked on. Then it'll bring this. First of all, none. Okay, so I'll just choose the corresponding tracks here. Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't make auxes yet, but this will actually do them automatically when I just click new track. So new track, hi-hat, rack tom 2, rack tom 3, floor tom 2, new track, overhead master, because I like to have an aux, like a master for every group of instruments, even if it's just like overheads or whatever, which are just one. I only have one stereo track for overheads and one stereo track for ambience in this, but anyway, bear with me. I'm going to import volume automation, pan automation, and setting, main output, plugin assignments, plugin settings and automation, input assignments, track colors, because I like colors, record safe, solo safe, track view settings, yeah, and groups. And that should be it. No, not mute. No, don't have any sense. Yeah. All right. Okay. So now it's importing all that stuff from another session, from another Pro Tools session. Okay, so let's put. Oh, it's still. Whoops. That was it. Okay, you done? You done? All right, so put the auxes after each group of instruments. Overhead master and ambient master, and then drum master. All right, and that sounds a lot better. I know you're only getting this through the speaker of the iMac, but alright, so I got trigger in there. Yes, I'm triggering machine drums. What the fuck? Just sample them, you idiot. Whatever. This is how I work. Look, you didn't have to watch this. No. And then I've got Slate. I just bought the everything bundle, which is really cool. 25 euros for a month. I bought a few months, whatever. So it's only actually got virtual mix rack and triggers, and already with that, it sounds really cool, you know. And this is just how I have it when I've just put everything in place, you know. This is just to get a feel for it. I'm gonna go into mixing later, you know, once I get to that stage, you know. Once I get there, I'm gonna talk mixing. But this was everything I pretty much have to say about this phase of bringing your superior drum tracks from MIDI to multi-track session and so on. This is how I do it. You do it the way you do it, but this is the way I do it. Yeah! See you next time.